The side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they're just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you because that's New Orleans and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfair on Ferret Street, which is a restaurant and a bar where they serve handcrafted food and spirits. And look, Asher, if I could just see right through you into that board. Yes, they have a 3-hour happy hour here every day from 3 to 6 where they have half-price drinks and half-price starters and bar fare, which is a bunch of awesome food and a bunch of awesome cocktails. And we only have 2 out of 3 guests here today so far, but they're both drinking something. Sage Rouge is here. Sage, what are you drinking?
Hey, I think this is called a Pear 75. It's very refreshing. Tastes like spring.
How do you spell pear?
Like P-E-A-R, like the fruit.
Like pear,
pear
75.
Yeah, well, like a French 75.
But it's got a pear in it.
But it's got pear in it.
It's made with pear liqueur or what?
I think so.
Does it taste like pears?
It does. Tastes like pears and champagne.
Oh, that's nice.
Very tasty.
Oh, that's very tasty.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack Nestor is here as well. Jack, what are you drinking?
Hello. I'm drinking a Moscow Mule.
A Moscow Mule. So these things are super popular now, this Moscow Mule in a copper cup. What is going on with that?
Well, I personally just really like ginger beer, and I guess it's just like a super versatile flavor. So
what's in it?
It's ginger beer, lime, and vodka.
Okay.
That's it.
So it's basically like a starter drink.
Yeah.
It's a starter alcohol thing for kids. Why does it come in a copper cup? Does anybody know that?
Oh my god, I honestly could not tell you that.
You don't know that?
Something about hipster, blah, blah.
Exactly,
Well,
yeah.
Jack's in the hipster business, so you think he would know that.
I'm pretty sure Moscow Mules only got really popular because of the hipster revolution.
What?
I'm like,
honestly.
pretty certain.
Well,
It Instagrams really well, yeah.
Yeah.
It Instagrams as well, exactly. Well, Jack, you're involved with hipsters all the time. You're the social media coordinator at Bond Morocco,
Yes.
which is a public relations company, one of the better public relations companies in New Orleans.
We think so.
I think so too. I think they're very interesting and decent people.
Well, thank you. I think they are
Other
too.
than you, I wasn't including you in that because I don't know you at all. But I guess you're one of them, are you?
I am, yeah. I've been with them since June of last year.
Okay. And what did you do before that?
I was a student. I was at Tulane.
So you graduated from Tulane.
I did.
And you got yourself a job in New Orleans at the same time?
I did. So it's
Pretty
actually a
impressive.
long story, kind of. I was working with the Buku Music and Arts Project as doing their social media for 3 years, and Bond worked with Buku, and so I kind of built up that relationship. And then once I graduated, I jumped ship from Buku to Bond.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's really lucky. So
Yeah.
you worked for free at Buku
Yeah.
while you were a student?
Yeah, because it was I interned twice, and then my senior year they actually hired me as their assistant social media coordinator. So they paid me once.
So it paid off, all this
It did.
slave
Kind of.
labor.
I wouldn't call it that because I loved it and I love them. They're great people.
Right.
So
Good.
Well, how are you enjoying working with the hipsters in New Orleans?
I love it. They're my people, like you said. It's a great job. They're all really nice people.
Where are you from originally?
Richmond, Virginia.
Virginia.
Yes.
So you're not going back there?
Not anytime soon, no.
Are there many hipsters in Virginia?
Oh, yeah. I like to tell people that Richmond is the Portland of the East Coast.
Oh, really? That's
really?
actually, I'm from Portland. Well,
Oh, really?
almost. I'm from Eugene, Oregon, so I'm, 2.5
Yeah.
hours away. But
Cool.
Sage is a saxophone player in a band. That's why she has a saxophone.
I do.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
have a saxophone.
She's
It's very
bought-
nice to me.
You've been in a lot of bands. You've been on the show. This is your second or third time you've
Third
been on the
time
show.
on the
Third
show,
time on the show.
yeah,
Once
the-
with the Scorseses.
Then before that, once was Social Set,
Social
which was
Set, which
my
is
own
awesome
project,
too.
right?
Yeah.
And since then, Social Set and the Scorseses have both disbanded and gone their separate ways.
Right.
Oh, hello. We're
And
joined
here's
by somebody.
Carissa. Carissa's here. Carissa Kerner Ramirez. How are you?
Good. How
Put
are
on a
you?
pair of headphones, Carissa.
Okay.
And we'll get you set up here. Now we have to do a little bit of a headphone check on you. What number would that be? Does anyone here know other than me? No.
No idea.
Put those on. Yeah, you're all tangled up. I know it's all fucked up there, but don't worry about it. Okay. So as you're a musician, you can take charge of this tech stuff.
I'm doing what I can, yeah.
Okay. So, Carissa, there's 2 things we have to do. 3. We have to first we'll get your headphones hooked up, then the microphone hooked up, and then get you a drink.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do them in that order. So we have. Okay.
Drink first. Yeah.
Okay, Grayson will get you a drink. What would you like?
I'll have a champagne cocktail, please.
Would you like this pear 75?
They're really good.
Ooh, sounds great.
Oh, yeah, it's tasty.
It looks great.
It's half
Yeah,
price.
Thomas has already copied
as well.
me, so you might as well, too.
How much were you thinking of spending on that? Because it's half price now till 6 o'clock. So okay, so move in so I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, that's good. Now, how is the sound in your headphones there?
Perfect.
It's perfect. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you
so we're just saying that this is Sage.
Hi.
Sage Sage
Yeah.
Rouge.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This
too.
is Jack Nestor.
Hi, very nice to meet
Jack's
you.
a hipster and a professional hipster,
I like
actually.
that. That's a good title. You should put that on your
Professional
resume.
hipster, yeah.
Y'all
Will
are
do.
way cooler than me.
Nah.
Well, we don't know that yet. And Sage is a saxophone player in a band.
I am.
Johnny Sketch and the Dirty Notes. Do you know them?
Oh yeah. One of my friends is
Hey, talk into that
Darcy
mic.
Malone.
Yeah, oh yeah, she
Yeah.
plays with us kind of often. We recently, at our album release party, she played with us, and we sang "Shoot," and it was like my favorite thing ever because she was Salt and I was Peppa, and it was
Oh,
like
and she's
All right.
hilarious.
looking awesome right now.
Oh yeah, oh,
How
really-
did she lost 100 and something pounds?
Yeah, she
Oh, wow.
did.
68. She lost 68.
She lost 68 pounds.
Yeah. She
Oh, well.
She's
did
not that
Ideal close.
overweight.
No.
But no, she did something called Ideal Protein for
Yes.
the last, I think, 10 months or something, or close to a year. And yeah, she's loving life right now, which is awesome. She's
so-
one of my favorite people in the world. Shout out.
So she's a friend of yours, Sage, and she's
Sure
a friend
is.
of yours, Carissa.
Yes, we grew
Turns
up
out
together.
we have something in
You
common.
grew up
Oh, wow.
together. Really? And Jack, you ever heard of her even?
I have heard of Darcy Malone, yes.
Have you heard her sing? She's got a great voice.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard her sing. One of our old clients actually was the Carver Theater, and I did some social media advertising for their show. So
There you
I
go.
got to look at all their videos and all their website stuff. So she's
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
the Tango did play there, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's
Darcy
pretty cool.
Malone and the Tangle. So
Yes.
you were doing social media for the Carver Theatre, but they fired you, or they couldn't pay you anymore, or what?
This is kind of the contract ended.
Well, why
So-
didn't they renew it?
I don't know if I can say.
You can tell us there's no one listening to the show except Andrew Duhon's mom. Andrew Duhon is playing at Lafayette Square today, actually.
Oh, who
which
is
is
that?
why he's not. Andrew Duhon, who normally is here,
Gotcha.
but
okay.
he's down at Lafayette Square.
Oh, good for
But
him.
his mom is the only person who listens to the show.
Oh.
So he's not on it today, so she's probably not even listening. So you can't say why the Carver Theatre didn't renew their... Most people don't even know what the Carver Theatre is, unfortunately.
So the Carver Theater, it's a theater on Orleans Avenue down in the Treme. It's a very nice space. They have an amazing sound system.
So
The
good.
venue was just renovated. It looks amazing in there.
They spent $8 million renovating it, they claim.
Oh wow, I didn't even know
Believe
that.
it?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But the
It's-
sound system is nothing like I've ever heard. It's one of the best I've ever played
Are you
on. It's
serious?
really
It's
incredible.
that good?
Yeah,
It's an
super great.
amazing
Huge
sound
stage
system.
though, really big open space. The unfortunate thing about it is there's not a whole lot of foot traffic on Orleans, so it's definitely a destination spot. I'm hoping they book some like really big name people in the next little bit to kind of get people to go there.
Yeah,
Well, there's no
to echo
foot
what you said,
traffic.
yeah.
There's no foot traffic on Chapatola Street by Tipitina's either, so that does pretty well for the last 40 years.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, right,
So,
but it's been
who's
open
got-
for that long.
Yeah.
The Carver Theater's only been open for what a couple months now.
I don't think
Or a
anyone
few
hardly
months.
since last
knows
fall.
that. So why would they cancel their social media?
Oh no, they're still doing
Yeah.
social media. They're still doing
But
social
you're
media
not
stuff.
doing it.
No.
Okay. And is it working for them? Is anyone going there?
I think so. Yeah, they're still doing all their weekly shows. Yeah, they're still killing it out there. It's like Sage said, it's a great venue.
Really is.
Right.
They're still getting great local artists to come play for them.
What are you checking out our website while you're actually on the show?
I'm
here? What's
actually
more?
posting that I'm on your show right
Good
now.
job.
I'm trying
That's
to
smart.
get you some more listeners.
Good on
didn't-
you,
I
Carissa.
didn't
We
do
need,
that.
if we could just get one more, we would double our current audience, which should be awesome.
I think you're going to get a lot more.
You think?
Yes.
How do you manage that? You're not even in the social media business yourself, right?
Well, I am now, it seems like.
You
There
are.
you go.
I've had to learn a lot about social media
Yeah.
through building my business just to save myself some money.
Yeah.
And
So
get
otherwise you'd be paying
someone like you.
professional hipsters to do it for you. What does it cost to get a professional hipster to do your social media for you?
My hourly rates, I think I am $50 an hour.
Okay, and how much can you get done for me in an hour? If I used you for an hour a week, would that do anything for me?
An hour a week. Depends what you want.
Well, I don't know.
Kind of like show promotion sort of stuff is what you're known for, or is there a specialty?
So basically, I got involved because I was actually a film student in Tulane. So I studied film production and communications. So I basically got involved through Instagram. I just started doing, sorry, it's like a super convoluted backstory, but basically I got involved. I was doing campus programming at Tulane, and through that I got involved with Winter Circle Productions, which is the production company that does Buku. I started doing their street team. And then from there, just kind of like promoting shows and whatnot, I got on the Buku team, and then from there to Bond. So
You already told us that, though.
I know.
I thought it was going to be a whole different story.
I know,
Can
sorry.
you tell us that how long we've been here? 12 minutes. Can you tell us that every 12 minutes?
I'm actually going to
I'll
aim for
remind
every
you.
7.
I'll remind
if that's
you.
okay.
I'll remind you in 12 minutes to tell that story again about it. But what can you do for us in 1 hour? What could you do for Well, tell us something about the business, Carissa, that you do. You're an esthetician.
Yes, I've been an esthetician for 17 years.
Okay, does anyone know what that is, first of all?
You
You
do waxes, right?
No, it's just more. I don't do waxing, but estheticians do waxing.
Gotcha.
But you're right about that. But it's
Jack,
much more
have you
than
had
that.
anything waxed off you before?
No.
We normally go over
He
here
doesn't look
to
like
the
he
European
waxes
Wax
anything.
Centre.
No, not really.
And
Do you have to-
especially being a hipster.
Right.
Just don't wax. But you don't wax anything either, Carissa, right?
I mean, I've been known to, but
you?
estheticians are really
By whom?
skincare. They do
Skincare.
all.
That I did about 10 minutes ago. Is that you go to people's houses and do this?
Yes,
you don't
we are
have you
mobile.
don't have a business.
No, we would love to have a storefront. That's our goal by November.
Right.
I've been having babies for the past 2 years. I have a 4-week-old baby at home.
How often? 4 weeks.
Yes.
How often do you knock them out? Is it the same? Is it the same as Jack? Every 12 minutes? You can have
Not
another one?
anymore. So basically, you call us and we schedule the service. I basically broker the
What
service.
service? Not the having baby service. Just
No.
this. We'll go back to the babies. How many have you had?
I have 4.
You didn't have 4 in the last 2 years. That's what I was
I
getting.
have 2 in the last 2 years.
So you had, wow. And then the previous 2 were.
They're older. They're 11 and 8. So I have
So you had those 11.
I have
Wow,
2
your
sets.
skin looks great for someone who must be old enough to have an 11-year-old.
Thank you so much.
You're a good walking billboard for this.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, good job. Well, did you start when you were 12?
Oh, no.
You didn't do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
That was like simultaneously flattering and creepy.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
little.
12-year-olds.
That was a little freaky. It was a little weird, but I'll take it because I've been
Yes.
home since January on bed
Right.
rest, so
Wow, have
I'm
you been,
good to go.
Did you have a difficult birth?
He's just very smart and very creative.
Right.
He's actually in a completely different business, but we
Not
just
social media, apparently.
No,
What does he do?
he works for a law firm.
But not as a lawyer.
He's not a lawyer. No, he's a
Smart
business
guy.
manager.
Yeah, see, that's the way to go. You can work for a law firm and make all those guys work. They work so long.
I know he works really hard, but
Is
he
he
helps
working long
me.
hours too?
Yes.
Oh man.
Like dire, but
How does that work, being a hipster?
I think there's been a lot of assumptions made today. I just want to throw that
I'm
out
just
there.
joking.
What do you do at 3 p.m. to wake up?
To wake up?
Chocolate? Yerba mate?
No, I just drink tea.
Tea?
Yeah, I stopped drinking like coffee and Red Bull because I would drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and then after lunch I would drink like a can of Red Bull, and I just like felt like awful all day, so I just
Jittery.
like don't
I know
drink it
it
at all.
used to make me shake.
Yeah.
Sugar-free Red Bull. Oh God.
Sugar-free Red Bull. I didn't
Oh.
even know there was such a thing.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And they have flavored ones now, too. It's,
Really?
it's nasty.
Oh, you're
but
better off
they
just
all
to
taste
drink
like
Coke.
perfume or like shampoo. It's disgusting. But I at one time took like a B12 vitamin and then chugged a sugar-free Red Bull. I swear my whole body was vibrating. It was just like the worst thing in the world. Never again.
Well, you've got this neck brace on. I guess you had surgery or something. This is your saxophone.
This is my
thing.
saxophone neck strap.
How does this
yeah.
work?
So I got this recently. I used to have a neck strap just like everybody else that I
Right.
know that goes around your neck, but I have like these horrible neck and back problems because of it. You know, you get hunched over a lot playing saxophone. It's a heavy instrument. So I looked online for some different kind of options, and one that a lot of like female saxophonists really like is this. It's called the Jazz Lab. I want to say Jazz Lab sax holder, and it goes over my shoulders. I don't know if you can see it.
Because sort of around your neck, sort of like a washboard.
Kind of, yeah. It's got these little straps right here. They just kind of like rest on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And this holds on the sternum, so it kind of puts pressure on places that aren't as fragile as the neck, basically.
So what's it doing to your breasts while you're...
Luckily,
it pushing
it's,
into them?
No, not really. I mean, it's got like a
bypasses
little.
them.
Yeah. Which is
Okay.
also kind of clever because a lot of like harnesses are really oriented toward male saxophonists because
Right.
you know they dominate the world. Whatever. and they tend to just go like right between.
It just goes right on your
It's
boobs.
just really
right?
unfortunate, yeah.
Right.
So
I can't
anyway,
wait
this
to
is-
see you play.
Hey, take a look.
Thank you.
Well, you
Where?
can see her play right now if you like. You want to see her play something?
Yes, I
Yes,
would
I
love
very much
to.
would
Oh, I
love
don't
to.
even know what to play though.
Will you take requests?
Maybe.
You guys have requests?
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Well,
Hey,
we have.
you guys are making me nervous.
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
know what
thing.
to do.
Well, we have a saxophone here, but we didn't know. We were talking before the show about what are we going to do really with it.
Right, well, so because the last times I've been on this show were with a band.
Right.
We played some tunes because the band was with me.
Yeah.
But by myself, I'm kind of useless. Like,
So tell us a bit about the band. So you're with Social Set, which is your band. You and
Right.
Catherine Rose Wood.
yeah, you got that. And we
Yeah.
disbanded a couple years ago in May. Just, the band was, everybody had their own projects going. It sort of just fell apart. But we left on good terms, and Catherine's still doing really amazing things. She's the head of Lilith and Loa, which is a weekly singer-songwriter showcase, basically, which is really cool. And from that, I went to the Scorsese's, and then after that, I joined Johnny Sketch and the Dirty Notes, and now I'm with this band called In Business, which is a really
In
amazing funk
Business.
band. Yeah, In Business.
I've never heard of In Business.
Well, there you go.
Do you guys know, hipsters know about In Business? Jack? Don't worry about that, we have more.
No, we don't yet.
It's definitely a very funk-oriented band. We
Yeah,
play
you were telling me over at the bar. It sounds really
Right,
cool.
yeah,
Who's
it's a
in
lot
it?
of
Sing a
fun.
lot about robots in space.
We do. We sing sometimes about robots in space. A lot of our original music is conceptual, which is fun. It's Adam Baumel is the drummer, and he's in the Jason Ricci band and a couple other projects that are pretty world famous. And Whitney Sanders, she goes by Whitney Aloysius on Facebook. She's a really, really amazing singer. She's our lead singer and just incredible pipes, like the force driving the band basically. We have two other saxophone players, Eric Bernhardt and Tim Dolzine.
There's three
And
saxophone players in
Three
this band.
saxophone players.
Wow,
I know,
okay.
it's crazy. It's a tenor, alto, bari. For some reason, I forgot the word bari. But yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
So it's like
That sounds
basically
pretty cool.
every saxophone. Yeah. Well, everyone except for the whiny one.
And what sort of music is it?
Our original music is so the first album is called Cop Show, and it
Cop
is
show.
yeah.
Good that you didn't bring it with you or anything like that.
Sorry.
Good thinking.
It's online and stuff.
Okay. Can we steal it on Spotify?
Yeah, you definitely
Okay.
can.
So
yeah.
it's able to be stolen.
So the best way to find In Business online is to put We Play Funk, all lowercase, all one word, into any search bar. Where
We Play Funk.
We Play Funk. Our website is weplayfunk.com. And if you put We Play Funk or hashtag We Play Funk into Facebook search bar, it comes right up. In Business is the name of the band. Apparently nobody else plays funk on the internet, so we just kind of got
What's
that.
really interesting about this, there's other things as well, but how come I don't know any of this? How come no one sent me any of this information?
I have no idea. I
Me
sent a
neither.
bio to people.
Does it have anything about In Business? No, it does
It does
not.
at the end. Yeah.
You can purchase a copy of Sketch online
No,
at
hey,
Johnny
you're
Sketch
missing
Shop.
it. You're missing the middle part.
It's in the middle?
Right.
In
wait,
Business
hang
and Johnny Sketch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's another little part of it.
Currently
Right there.
involved with the writing process for a new concept album within Business, which is set to release next Mardi Gras.
It is. It's really
What do
exciting.
And slowly, so I can write it down.
Sacred,
Sacred
coalition,
Coalition.
responsible
Yeah.
for orchestrating.
Yeah.
No, this is the total.
So two T's, the total.
Well, yeah, but we just use one, just the total part.
The total unfunkification.
Unfunkification of the multiverse,
How awesome is that?
right?
Should we
I
go
know.
through that one word at a time?
You could again, I guess.
What's a multiverse? A multiverse is a universe that has more than one
You
dimension.
know, we needed an M in this.
So that was it. Well, multiverse
We
is interesting because
almost
there's
did.
I
multiple
think it fits.
dimensions
Right.
of the universe that we could be living in all at the same time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it's supposed to be about us going into space to fight these aliens for the good of
Right.
the multiverse, basically.
And is everybody on the same drug in this band, or is it just you, or who's
I think most of us are running on adrenaline at this point, just, going with whatever
Okay.
comes into our heads.
So this is not a whole sort of like George Clinton fucked up on drugs type thing.
No, it's not, which is really interesting to me. Actually, I heard there's a podcast with George Clinton on it recently, or it was from a while ago, but I heard it recently, and and basically he was like, no, well, like the drugs didn't influence us, we influenced the drugs.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great sentence.
I know, it's kind of like Salvador Dali's like, I don't do drugs, I am drugs, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I didn't know was Salvador Dali a drug taker? Is that how he came out with all that stuff?
No, I think that was really his sentence. Was
He's
like he
true.
doesn't do drugs. He's
He
just
doesn't.
kind of crazy
That's
in the
true.
head. Yeah.
Right. So you guys just came. So the concept is so every song connected to this crime fighting robot.
Yeah, right.
Type
Yeah, we all have sort of characters ish, I guess.
sacred coalition.
Yeah, that's
So
people
so
we're
you have
fighting.
a character.
Kind of. So the whole band has the character of being these crime fighters, and then also within the band, Whitney, is she and this. There's a robot. Okay, sorry. Let me back up for a second. There's a robot played by our guitar player Matt Whitcomb, and he is Andromeo, and he is madly in love with Whitney. He has this romance with Whitney. It's really great. He actually makes a couple appearances in the first album, Cop Show, and he comes back a lot in the second album. And one of the concepts for one of the songs is that he gets infected by a hobot when he goes to a hobot brothel in space. And I get to play one of those hobots. My name is Asterix, and I'm a robot that infects him with a virus.
Is it spelled ASTRIX?
ASTRERIXXX, 3 X's. Because, hobot. Why not?
Asterix with 3 X's.
Asterix,
And
yeah.
you're the hobot
Yep,
Asterix.
I am. It's pretty
you
great.
guys are onto something here. So, and I love that name too. Don't you guys love that? Andromeo.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
it's
really
awesome.
cool.
It's really good.
It's pretty clever. He's got a lament and everything. It's going to be a good album. I'm
And
super
are you
stoked.
dressed up in outfits to do this? To do the show?
Well, so every show we dress up in like business attire, basically. Everybody wears like a vest and a tie or some kind of something along those lines, basically, to show that we're in business. And then Whitney and I sort of wear dresses, sometimes with ties, sometimes not,
This sounds like it's right on the edge of being really awesome and really scarily,
Thanks. I
wacky.
appreciate it. Oh, yeah. We're goofy. We're so goofy. It's incredible.
Does the music have to be better, or can you get away with anything when you're just crazy?
I have no idea. That's a great question.
Because there's something
else can answer
because
that.
P-Funk used to do this, all
Right.
these outfits and
yeah.
costumes and stories and Mothership and all that. But the music was really awesome,
Right.
which
yeah.
it just added another layer to the story. So
Well, I'm going to say we're not P-Funk, but our music is definitely modern funk, and it's definitely really awesome. I'm like super excited about it. Every time we play a show, I'm just on this supernatural high. It's really, really fun.
wow. Well, everything
yeah.
everything you've been in has been great. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened at
thank
the Scorsese's, but they were great too.
Yeah, I know. It was
What
kind of
happened to those?
unfortunate.
It just fell apart.
Yeah, people
like it
had their
does.
own. Well, the bass player opened up a bar, and then drummer's the manager of another one. So it's just kind of, people had other stuff,
Right.
priorities.
Well, this has
But,
perhaps
yeah.
been the best introduction we've ever had to someone playing a solo saxophone.
Well, thanks. I know.
would say.
I still don't know what
How
to
are
play.
you possibly going to play
Jeez.
something that would be in? So, are you writing this album right now?
Yeah, we're in the process of writing
Okay,
it. We
so
have
what
most
song
of
are
the
you up to?
tunes. Well, we're writing Andromeo's Lament right now, which
Andromeo's Lament.
currently doesn't have horn parts, but it's in the process of having horn parts. And
Okay.
we just finished writing Asterix mostly.
Asterix is your character.
It's my character. I rap a little bit.
What do you
It's
have
pretty
to
great.
say? Can you do any of that?
I don't think so. Not
Okay.
without everybody else. Plus, I shouldn't, give away the really cool parts of the album. That's not
That's
fair.
true.
Obviously, the parts of me rapping are just the coolest.
So how does it work when you have a band where you have 3 saxophone players and you have a tenor sax and an alto sax and a baritone sax and they're all in different...
Yeah,
So
well,
someone has to write and arrange all those parts.
sure. Well, okay. So
How
Tim
does that
Dolzien
work?
is he's kind of the mastermind behind most of the current writing processes for like the horn parts. He's really really good at figuring out who should be on what harmony and everything like that, and it's working out really well.
So are there charts you have to read? You have to
yeah,
read music.
yeah,
So
he
this is
makes-
not just going to band rehearsal and smoking some weed and figuring it out.
Well, it kind of is, but then there's also charts involved.
Right. So this is real music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for
Well, come
sure.
on. Okay, now after all this stage, you have to just play anything at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't even know.
Just
This
play.
is-
You just play take 5.
I'm not going to play tip. There's no way I'm playing tip. Yeah, let me make sure
I don't
this
know
thing
anything
works
else.
for us.
Okay.
What?
That sounds great, actually.
That's called Alien Funk. That was in the wrong key, but that's Alien Funk.
Alien Funk, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be on our new album.
I like. Did you guys like that?
Loved it.
Yeah, it was really
Thanks.
Are we supposed to clap after that?
No, don't do that. Oh,
Nice.
come on,
I
guys.
thought you were just warming up,
You're
actually.
sweet. No, that's, yeah. Well,
that
it
was
kind of
it?
wasn't a whole lot of stuff. I know. Oh, I'm trying to think of things. Just keep talking to other people and I'll come up with something.
It
It was a tease. You didn't want to give everything away to us right here and now.
Yeah, no, the next thing I play is not going to be on the album because you guys got to buy it when it comes out.
Well,
Duh.
we're not, no one's going to buy it.
Don't be like that.
No one buys anything anymore, do they?
That's not true. Hey, I just put out an album with Johnny Sketch and the Dirty Notes, and everybody bought that album.
What
Like,
do you-
everybody and their grandmother. It was
So you
awesome.
actually made some money out of selling a record. I haven't heard anyone say that in years.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of sad,
I thought everyone
actually.
just stole it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Was it
but,
just-
well,
was it just
kind
me?
of, I think it's a lot about local support and like
Right.
wherever people's families are from, like that kind of local support too.
I
You know,
thought
a
what
lot
was
of
going on now is that people are stealing the music and they're buying merch. They're buying a T-shirt or a baseball cap, but they're actually
Sure,
not
I think
paying
that's
for the
true of
music.
a lot of like internationally famous bands or bands like where the you can't readily get the album from like people that you know. But since Johnny Sketch and the Dirty Notes had such a huge local following, they've been a band for like almost 16 years now. So they have a really strong local following, and because of that, I think a lot of people really were interested in buying the new album. It's really like I'm really proud of it.
Right. Well,
really cool.
That's a
That is
great
actually
band.
something
Yeah.
I noticed in New Orleans is that a lot of like the local support here for bands is like unparalleled. Like you don't find this in other
Yeah,
cities.
no kidding.
Like
That's why I live
especially
here.
like definitely not in Richmond. I mean, all we have is like Guar, but like everyone loves Guar.
Guar is from Richmond.
Guar is
well,
from
that's
Richmond,
something
yeah.
to be proud of.
Oh, I'm very proud
About
of it.
Richmond. But also one of the differences between New Orleans and other places is that if you go to normally a local band in a small town is no good. Well, here a local band is better than someone visiting
Yeah.
from out of town. Everybody.
Oh,
can
that's
play.
so true. I mean,
Everybody is
There's
great.
a lot of
Every
musicians
band
here.
is like amazing here.
Yeah, there's just amazing musicians everywhere you go. It's like going out for dinner. You can hardly get a bad meal here, and you can hardly ever hear. When is the last time you went to a gig and thought, "Shit, these guys can't play"? Whereas if you were in Richmond, that would be pretty much every.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
kind of depends on how
it's-
judgmental you are.
I mean, you're right. I mean, if it was here, it was with a touring act, and it wasn't with a local band. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, everyone here can really play. So how many nights do you play with Johnny Sketch, and then how does it work with you in business?
Kind of like everything music-wise in New Orleans, it sort of fluctuates depending on like what season it is. So, you know, festival season might be busier for most musicians, and then the summertime we tour a lot, so we don't have to be in like the crazy, hot, humid, awful that is New Orleans.
What's it like for your skin, though, Carissa?
Oh, yeah,
The-
good question.
Actually,
The
the
humidity.
humidity is really good for your skin.
That's what I've heard. Is that actually true?
It is. It is. It moisturizes and it prevents those fine lines and cracking of skin. We don't
Sure.
have
Oh,
problems.
and blemishes too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
right?
And part of the problem with blemishes is that your skin dries out and you don't heal as quickly. But here, there's just no shot of anything drying.
Right, not at all. Nothing. You take a shower like one day and then you're still wet like 5 days later.
Right. So that is
ridiculous.
a pro of living where we live, for sure.
Why aren't we all better looking then?
What's that?
Why aren't we all better looking?
Hey!
No, present
Speak for
company.
yourself.
Present company
Yourself.
accepted. I mean the whole city
It's
overall.
probably because we're all out at night watching you and staying out.
So your business is that you're going to people's houses.
Okay, so we do houses, hotels, we do corporate events, we even do restaurant work. I have some clients that hire us to do chair massages for their management staff.
Oh, that's a great
just to
idea.
keep everyone happy. As you know, the service industry in New Orleans is intense, and we do a lot of tourist events. So
Like what, for example?
So for visiting conventions, we do a lot of people in their hotel rooms after they've had a long day at the convention center, which is huge here. We'll send out somebody. We also have a lot of destination weddings. We're now really popular for destination weddings because we have such character, and you don't really need to spend a lot of money. And in comparison to the other bigger cities in the United States, we are still less expensive. So it's architecturally beautiful. So we do a lot of corporate events, weddings, birthday parties,
So you'll come to
individual
you'll come to my
clients.
hotel room and give me a massage. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I mean, not personally, but I could send someone.
Oh, you don't do it.
No, I'm not a massage therapist. I really wish I was, just because I could go out and do the service instead of giving the money to another employee. But
So you're mostly organizing. You're the
I'm mostly
administrator of this thing.
organizing.
You don't actually go and do.
Yeah, I mostly organize, which is really great because I have a large family. So it would be hard for me to be working a regular spa hours. And then the great thing about us is that we have late hours. So, it's how amazing is it to get a massage at your house and not have to leave and get to roll into bed or do whatever you want after. And
Does
not
anyone,
have to.
does anyone get the wrong idea about what's going on?
Oh,
here?
absolutely. I get lots of late night calls from dudes.
Right. Quote unquote.
Yeah. And kind of thinking, that we're something that we're not. But that's kind of tapered off as the years have progressed. So
How does that? I wonder why that tapers off.
I
Do
guess
people put it
I think
on
they
Yelp or something that
spread the
says-
word that that's
Right.
not
Not hookers.
No, that we're not an escort service.
Right. You can't offer that legally, the escort service aspect of it, right?
No.
That would be because that would be a good adjunct. You could have that either way. We'd either send you a real massage person, or we can send you a
Well,
hooker.
our massages
That way
are
you can-
so great that you don't need the whole escort part about it. So
Well, I don't know if you've ever had sex, but you've had 4 kids. So there's a big difference between massage and sex. Though.
I mean,
They're both good,
yes,
Yeah.
I guess it all depends.
but they're different. So
Yes,
you
they're
could
different.
definitely sell both of those.
No.
No, not legally, I don't think, right?
No,
It's
and I
still-
really don't want to sell anything but just a regular massage.
Right.
A good old.
Good old-fashioned
You're not even
massage.
talking to me, and you're making me blush. I'm just dying.
Are you
Sure,
embarrassed
like,
to talk?
right, right,
Do you
right.
find talking about sex embarrassing, Sage?
No, no.
Mind you, you have-
Don't look at me after I say that.
That's why you're called Sage Rouge, because you like to blush.
Oh, yeah,
Where did that
obviously.
come from? From the hair? What came first?
Yeah,
the hair or
the hair
The
came
hair-
first.
Then they call
Yeah,
you-
so actually, my last name isn't really Rouge, in case anybody was curious. My first name really is Sage, though. I have awesome hippie parents, and I love them to
Yeah.
death.
Aw.
Yeah, they're fantastic people. They live in Oregon. So anyway, Rouge came about as a nickname because I was part of a funk fusion group when I was like freshman in college, only for probably a year or a year and a half. And there was one girl in particular who came out to every single one of our shows, and she would stand in the front, just yell "Sage Rouge" because of my hair. I had slightly less bright red hair then. It was just kind of like an auburny sort of color, but even still, she was very excited about calling me Sage Rouge, and it caught on. And I remember distinctly one time we were playing. I think it was Britannia Bar. I think it's now called, or it was called Cafe Britannia back then. Now it's called Britannia Bar. Anyway. And she came up to the front and yelled "Sage Rouge" while I was playing a solo, and the rest of the bar, every single person in that bar yelled "Sage Rouge" right afterward. It was
Wow.
like a football
It was
cheering
meant to
squad. It was
be.
amazing, yeah. And after that, it just stuck. So everybody on campus called me Sage Rouge, and I changed my Facebook name, and now it's my stage name.
I
Wow.
love it. That's a good story.
That is a good
Lot of
story.
fun.
It's a fan-induced.
Right, yeah.
That's a good social media type story for
That
you.
is a good social media
Yeah.
story. It
Yeah,
is.
that's good to know.
It's a
I
good
know you
TBT.
should. That's definitely something you would want to post. People would be interested in
Oh,
hearing
yeah,
that
for sure.
story.
I think so too.
Like a picture from like that night and just be like when Sage was born or something.
Yeah.
Although hilariously enough, most people in New Orleans don't know my real last name, and I'm kind of content to keep it that way. Like
Yeah.
not in a weird
Yeah.
sort of way, just because I think it's funny. Like I'm just,
I would rather
I
it
don't
that
know.
way. It's
Yeah.
kind of mysterious
right,
too.
totally. It's kind of like everybody thinking that the lead singer of our band is actually named Johnny Sketch. I have people coming up to me all the time, like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, me and Johnny go way back." I'm like, "No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
His name's Mark."
Oh, that's great.
His name is Mark.
So how are you enjoying being out of the house?
Oh my
Carissa?
gosh, have y'all noticed? I'm like, I'm
You're
so
looking around.
excited. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, I have to take my jacket off. I'm excited.
So was that, and that was your last, that was the fourth of 4 children.
Yes.
So was it different giving birth to this one, having had this incident?
Yeah, it was really stressful. And
I think it'd be easy. I think it would just sort of pop out.
no, it was just, first of all, I have C-sections. So it's surgery, and it was in the middle of the night. And it was just, it's not.
Why
ever-
did they have to do it in the middle of the night? Well, you
Oh, I
like
went
to-
into labor.
Aren't you better in the middle of the night? Isn't that better for you?
Yeah, but it was totally interrupting everyone's schedule. So, but
Why
Excuse
do
me
they-
real fast. I have to give birth. So sorry.
I know. Well, you
Why?
know.
Why do they have to do a C-section in the middle of the night? Why couldn't they do it any time? Is it urgent? at
But
that
yeah, I
point?
had to hurry up and have the baby, or else the baby's health would be compromised.
Oh dear.
So, but no, it's all good. I'm so excited to be out and
Yeah.
about. I'm so anxious to be promoting. I have an article out about me this month in New Orleans Living magazine.
Okay.
So this was such a great opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. I mean, I just got the call last night, but I'm like,
That's how we roll
on
here at
the
Happy
prowl. I'm like, I will be there. So I'm so excited. And
So what happens when you have to do something like this? Do your husband has to go home from work? And
well, I
what can he
normally
work out of
have
his house?
help, but I don't have any help right now. And my husband
Are you looking
came.
for help? We
No,
can help
I-
you out with that.
Oh, this is my husband
Who's
texting me.
texting? What does he
Wait,
want?
he wants to know how he listens. I asked him, "Are you listening?" And he said, "For the babies?" Question mark. And I said, "No, to the show."
Well, Asher can tell you that. Just go to Facebook. Go to our Facebook page. It's New Orleans.
Oh, he's not on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Well,
So he can go to itsneworleans.com and then download it and listen
Yeah,
to it.
you'd have
Actually,
to
they're
listen
shaking
to
his
it.
head like, who's not on Facebook?
Well,
No.
that's a good question. Why isn't he on Facebook? He
I
knows
don't
how to
know. I think
text,
it's because
obviously.
he doesn't want all of his ex-acquaintances to get in touch with him. But it's
That's
just
interesting right there. Why?
That's so fair, though.
What do you mean? What could happen? What am I,
he was
Was he a drug dealer or
no.
wanted by the law
He
or
was
something?
he was just a bachelor for a long time, and we were friends for 20 years and reunited. And so he was single until he was 37.
Yeah. So he's got a
So
whole
he's
bunch
got
of
a
chicks
whole
out there.
gaggle of chicks that I would rather not know who they all are. Some of them resurface sometimes, but I think that's why he's off of Facebook. But it's just
How-
not his thing.
Is he the father of all these 4 children?
No, just 2.
The last
I was
2.
married previously.
Okay. So what happened to husband number 1?
We just had irreconcilable
Yeah,
differences.
that happens once in a while.
Yeah, I was too young. I was 25, 26,
Not 12.
not 12.
Are you sure?
Hey, well, how did you get hooked up with, what's your husband's name?
His name is Jeff Ramirez, and
So how did you find him again? After
okay,
all
well,
those
it's a
years?
really great story. So my friends were I had so many people so excited. April's one of them. When I finally divorced my ex-husband because no one really cared
No
for
one liked him. Isn't that? Did they tell you that afterwards, or
Oh no, I knew
you
that
knew
during.
that at the time that no one
yeah.
liked your husband?
But
How come you're not drinking this pear 75?
oh,
with it?
because I haven't had a drink in like 2 years.
So
So
knock the whole thing back right now.
oh no, I can't do
You can
that.
chug the whole thing and then see how you feel.
I know. I'm sure
That'd
I
be
would.
my advice. What do you think?
I'm sure I
Sage?
know how I would feel.
Sage, who are you? Who are you texting?
I'm texting my mom, sorry.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's so sweet.
Does she have Facebook? Because she can watch.
She does.
Does
She's
she
like
watch
my
it?
best Facebook friend. We've been
All
best
right.
friends forever. We got tattoos together. She's the coolest mom in the world.
Has
That's
she got the
awesome.
same
That's how I
tattoo
want my
as you,
kids
this
to feel about
gigantic
me.
thing?
Yeah, we both got huge sleeves
I
on
hope
our
they
arms.
do.
No, so
You
we
look so
got
familiar.
tattooed together a couple summers ago. We got owls on our legs, like right up on our upper thigh on the opposite side. And they're kind of like oval shaped. So when we stand next to each other, they're like a little heart.
That's so sweet.
Oh, that's
That's
cute. You and your
adorable.
mom.
We're super cute.
Okay. That is very cute. Okay, so what's Jeff saying? Is he still
He
texting
said,
us?
I didn't know it was live. He said, I thought podcasts were recorded. He's
Well,
had a
they
rough
are.
day,
He's
poor
right.
man.
Well, he's right. He's right about that, though. This is a podcast, but we just put it on Facebook Live because we can, really.
Okay, so
Why
I've been
not?
trying to get on this. You know, I think we have another friend in common,
Yes.
is Nanu.
Nanu from Crepe
Yeah.
Nanu. No, I haven't seen him for a long time. Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around. And
He's got a great life, that guy.
his girlfriend was trying to get me hooked up with you months ago, but I don't really know what happened. But I'm happy to be here.
She's the
Hi,
person.
I just emailed you today.
That's awesome. Really
Okay,
appreciate it so
good. No,
much.
thank
And I
you.
read your great piece.
Yes, thank you.
And we're just getting on to how she met husband number 2. She got hooked up with Jeff. So
Well, so we met in college when I was at 19, and
what were
so-
you studying?
I was actually studying communications.
Same as
So I
Jack.
studied, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have been a
And-
hipster if you'd played your cards right.
Well, they didn't have those back then.
Yeah, right. Good point.
They
Jack-
So what
always
was-
existed. They were just
Jack,
called
I'm
different
so
things.
sorry I ever said hipster in the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't really.
so
I don't
It's
really
like
know
it's
about
actually
it.
so funny because I'm like the oldest man. Like I am like an old soul trapped in like a 23-year-old body. I'm like the lamest
fair.
person in the world.
Are you?
I
little
doubt
bit.
that
Really?
seriously.
A little bit. Like I'm like fully like planning on going
Hey,
home.
don't you dare say old souls are lame. That's awful. Just don't.
What are you planning on doing after this? You're
I'm gonna go
by
home.
yourself
I'm gonna
and
watch. I'm literally gonna watch The Good Wife and then go to bed at like 10 p.m.
Oh, that's so funny.
What is
Prime
that
time?
Oh no, I bought the season on iTunes, so it's already downloaded on my computer because I was flying. And so I'm gonna just go home. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna wake up.
What is
for
that
work tomorrow
about? I'm
morning.
actually really curious.
So where
What
do
is
you
that?
work?
I work at Bon Maroc.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
What
You're
is the
good.
go? I'm with you,
I'm
Sage.
just really curious. I have no idea what that show is.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
What
So
is
The
it?
Good Wife. The Good Wife. It's about this a politician's wife, and the series starts like right after her husband is caught in like a cheating scandal, and she like stays by him because so she's like the good wife, and she's Saint Alicia is what she's called in the show, and she goes back to work at like a law firm, and the whole show's about her working at this law firm, and it's like a case of the week kind of thing, while she's like rebuilding her relationship with her husband. And it aired on CBS from like 2009 up until 2016.
So very dramatic is what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
It's really good.
Might check it out.
And do they pull it off without her coming across as being weak and pathetic?
Yeah,
she's cool.
That's like the crazy thing. Juliana Margulies, who plays the main actress, won like a bunch of Emmys for it.
Good.
I actually don't do their social media, so I do what's called content direction with them. And basically what it is I'll take like a May calendar and I'll be like, on this day, like we think you should post this with this image, and then we'll set it off to them and they'll craft everything, but we just like help them out with the direction.
Gotcha, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's something else I do.
Is that for the same rate? Just out of curiosity.
It is, yes.
Okay.
I need somebody to just like take over all my social stuff. I'm bad at it. I can't do
Oh,
social
there's no
media
such
things.
thing as bad
50
social
bucks
media.
Yeah, 50
bucks an hour, you can look like a hero.
Once I'm rich and famous, I'll call you.
It's not that expensive.
Well, if
You
you're
think
rich
what you
and
can
famous.
get done. Oh, well, 50 bucks an hour. You can probably get a lot done in an hour. I mean, how long does it take to post a fucking Instagram? It takes about
It takes me a
10
really
seconds.
long time. That's all
No,
I'm
but for
saying.
a professional
It takes me-
hipster like Jack, he can knock off.
Oh well, I
he can knock off
gotta
tons of them.
copyright. I gotta come up with come up with like the image. I gotta like format everything.
And then what's
Maybe
the
it's
deal with hashtags? This is my question. So, do you really have to have like 11?
Well, for Instagram, it's recommended that you have between 5 and 10.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is
But
that
what you
right?
should do is before you post it, you should look and see which hashtags are actually like a lot of people are using. Because if you do one and like no one's using it, it's like useless.
Because nobody's going to read it.
Exactly.
So people put these
Oh,
sort
like
of...
trending hashtags is
Yeah.
what I need to look up.
Yeah, but make sure
Okay,
they're-
don't give away all your secrets.
Yeah.
So you can look up trending hashtags at any given moment.
Yeah.
So people seem to me, I thought it was random. I thought people were putting these sort of semi-ironic, self-deprecating or interesting hashtags like hashtag I'm an idiot, hashtag
Well, you could do that.
oh
but
no, not again.
If you
But
want,
these are actually thought out.
yeah, some of them are like I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, they definitely are.
Smart. Keep your secrets.
What do you mean you don't
Make
want to
people
give
pay
it
you.
away?
For $50 an hour, I can tell you.
Well, I've really learned something. I thought that was all random. So you need 5 to 10 hashtags.
Yeah, sometimes it's a struggle, but sometimes I have lots to say, and
Can't
it's
you-
really easy.
Can you put the same thing on every post, or is that
Oh yeah.
like esthetician?
Well,
My
I
face
normally
burns
try to
from
put something like clever. To get
clever. See, this is where we get
Hashtag my
fucked up.
face burns. I
Yeah.
think you're worse at hashtags than I am. That's kind of saying something.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to put. I mean, I was thinking esthetician type stuff. You know.
Hashtag my face.
What else? You know. Oh, my face is moist. What do people want to?
Moist. Nobody wants to hear moist.
Moist.
Hashtag moist
What's
face.
up with moist?
Oh, I think it's just on a list of undesirable words.
Is that right?
I've never understood that. The word has literally never bothered me.
Yeah.
The oi sound. Actually, it was like scientifically proven. I don't know why I read an article about this. Moist is one of the most undesirable words
Yeah.
because of it's also alongside ointment and oink.
Oh,
People
I
hate
don't
the oi
mind
word.
those words.
Yeah.
Ointment.
They don't affect me
Oink,
at all.
ointment. Oi. Oi. Oi.
Ointment, moist, and oink.
I guess.
Like a
yeah, I
pig
don't know.
goes
The interesting
Oink.
thing is that you remembered this, though, Sage.
Well, I don't like the word moist.
You don't like it either.
I really don't.
I've heard other people say this. Well, actually, only one other person. And now you say the same thing, Carissa. You don't like it.
No, I mean, I don't.
So 2 out of 4 people at the table don't like the word moist. Jack, I don't care, and you don't.
It was also
It does-
scientifically proven that women don't like it more than men. I know.
Oh, really?
Crazy, right?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I heard this on Wait, Don't Tell Me a while ago, too. Like, I read an article, and then I heard it on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Maybe that's where
Sort
it all
of.
comes from.
Maybe.
Because that's a very
Maybe they're
popular
just telling
show.
people that women hate the word moist, and
Right.
then, therefore, women hate the word moist.
So anyway,
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
there you were, Carissa, at Tulane studying communications.
I
with
actually
Jeff,
went
and he
to
was-
Loyal. I mean, I went to
Nice.
University of Louisiana at Lafayette, which at the time was USL
Okay.
in
Now they
Cajun
dropped the S,
country.
and now it's just UL.
Yeah.
That is a great place to go to school.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought you were at
great.
Tulane for some reason. Okay, so you're at UL, and Jeff was at UL.
Yeah, so he went
Is
there.
he from here too?
Yes. We actually grew up really close to each other, and just we had a bunch of the same friends, and we met in Lafayette, and over the course of the years, we developed a really great friendship, and we just always, you have that one person that you just always think about and wonder where they are and what they're doing, and that one like love of a lifetime, and that's what he was to me. So as soon as I got divorced, we looked.
Facebooked him, and
I
he's
was
not on
looking for him, and
Facebook.
he wasn't on anything. So.
Right.
My friends had a divorce brunch for me at Santa
Whereabouts?
Fe on
Santa Fe.
Esplanade,
Right.
Santa Fe, and they have the best brunch.
I
You
didn't
were
know
there.
that.
Do they?
They have really good wine.
And they have,
so that was-
they have great brunch, and it's
Okay.
beautiful out there to go sit there on a Sunday. And his best friend sat at the table next to us, and so I was like,
Wow. Okay. That's,
so
meant
that's how
to
we
be.
got reconnected.
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. So,
Wow. But he had all these other chicks in the meantime.
well,
But he
what
hadn't
can
married.
you do? But he married me.
Why didn't you get together in the first place when you were?
I guess it just wasn't the right time, and he wasn't really looking for that. And we just stayed friends, and we each had separate relationships and did different things in our lives, and got reunited, and decided to get married. And he's an excellent father to my 2 children from my previous marriage.
Do
and
you
he's
still
a-
have to deal with the previous
Of
father?
course,
So everyone has to interact.
of course,
And
but
he's-
minimally.
Okay.
So, but anyway, he's always helped me. Anything that I say that I'm interested in or that I want to do, he's there, and he helps me with everything. We were really like the true definition of partners. So
Well, that's a cool story.
yeah, and we worked on the whole concept of the New Orleanian.
So the company's called the New Orleans.
Yes, the New Orleanian.
That's weird in itself, right there.
Well, it's really strange that no one else had that name. When I
Right.
initially thought of it, the reason I decided to name, I was looking at the Neil auction ad on the back of the Gambit, and they had for sale some magazines called the New Orleanian that were from a mid-century modern magazine from the 20s. And it was just looked really cool, and I was like, what a great concept, because I love everything about being a New Orleanian, and it could go into so many other things. It could
Doesn't
be
sound like skincare. Oh, so you could
branch out.
diversify.
Yeah, so it doesn't just
Aha.
have to be mobile spa services. It could be anything that
car repair.
you wanted. No, more. That would be great
What
though,
else
because
could
car
it be?
repairs are so expensive. But
Well, we've already written off car repair and hookers. So,
so
what
yeah,
does
it's
that
not
leave?
that.
What else
So
is
what's
there?
left?
Yeah, what's left for the New Orleanian? That's lenient. You call it New Orleanian.
The
Yeah,
New
that's what I was curious about. I was
Orleanian.
actually going to ask you. So New Orleanian, is that actually the pronunciation of it, or is
Yes.
it like New Orleanian?
Well, you can say New Orleanian, or
Is that where are you
I
from?
think it's kind of like New Orleans or New Orleans.
Right,
I'm from
yeah.
here.
You're
Nobody
from here.
says New Orleans.
So, well, people that aren't from here say it.
Right.
That's why I was curious.
Well,
Yeah.
who's your market for this
Orleanian.
company?
Okay, so it's so large.
I mean, it's locals.
Locals,
And
yes,
tourists.
but definitely tourists as well. So, because we do, hotels, we go to the concierge, basically. We have so many hotels in the city, and so many of them don't have spas. So it's mostly, and then we have, so many conventions. We have so many sporting events. So basically, we can give you, that the whole luxurious, like glam squad feeling. Like you have a massage therapist come to you, you can get a blowout, your makeup done, anything you want in your hotel room. And the way that this whole the business came along was New Year's Eve. My husband and I had plans, and this is 5 years ago, this upcoming New Year's Eve, and I had chipped nail polish, I had roots, horrible hair, a beautiful outfit. I had been with my kids all day, and we had somewhere to go that night. I was looking for someone to come to our hotel room to do my nails and do my hair because I just didn't have time. And we were having this romantic getaway, and I had nobody to help me. And it was New Year's Eve, so I started doing some investigating, and I realized that there's no mobile spa services. Now, there's people that go to your home hotel and all the things, but not one that has everything under an umbrella. So then I started researching other large cities, and everyone has one, even North and South Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, New Orleans is such a huge tourist market, and we have so many, people coming through here. For them not to be able to call up and order a service to their room.
It's kind of strange that no one's thought of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
damn.
I was like, okay, well, this is what I need to do. And it's everything
What
that I
were
love.
you doing before that? You were
I was an
doing
esthetician, and I had a medical supply business as well.
Oh, wow.
I have a question. What's the difference between an esthetician and a dermatologist? So you said it's about skincare.
An MD, so
Okay.
a dermatologist is an MD, and they can do injections.
Okay,
And they
gotcha.
Can
do
write prescriptions.
There
Yeah,
you go.
they
Other
can
than
use.
that's a different phone number for the esthetician.
And so we can't do as much without a doctor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but we do, skincare as well as like a skincare regimen.
We're all
of
going to
that.
get it. We're all getting a dermabrasion. Don't you remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we gotta make.
I
a
don't
day
even
for
know what that is,
Okay.
but it doesn't sound too good.
But anyway, we have to have girls' birthday parties that they get mini manicures.
Someone is terminally ill, wants to get dermabrasion or get their hair dyed.
or
still?
their fingernails and toes done. You'd be amazed
I would.
at getting a good manicure and pedicure can make you feel so much better.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. And then there's a lot
Jack,
of
you have
massage
to weigh in
involved.
on that. Have you ever had a good pedicure?
I haven't.
Oh
Is
my-
that a mani-
I'm still looking for it.
Have you ever had one in general at all?
Oh no.
Oh, you need to. You can
I
can
got to
work
say,
while
I'm
you're
shocked
doing
to
it.
hear that. I thought that when you were staring death in the face and you had a terminal illness, maybe things like a pedicure and manicure
Didn't matter.
would sort of drift off to the side.
I mean, I have a
you'd
lot
have some
of clients.
perspective about the meaning of life, and you wouldn't be interested in your
I think that
nails.
it can restore normalcy
Right.
to some people and make them feel, just like things are going to be okay.
Well, they're not, though. You're going to be dead.
Well, not in all cases.
Well, terminal illness, I believe that means you're going to end up dead.
Sorry, I should not be
Well,
laughing.
well, it's okay. I mean, it's true, right? That's what a terminal illness is. I thought that
Yes,
would
but we're just
focus you on
trying
what's
to
important.
make it a little bit more pleasant for everyone.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wow. All right.
And
That's
then
really
we
interesting.
also
I mean,
do, speaking of like musicians, we do outcalls for massage for musicians.
Smart.
In a green room.
Yeah. So
a good
that's not
idea.
And
just
especially
about.
with
How
your
much an
back.
hour? Sorry.
That's your
How much an hour is that? Is that cheaper than the hipster?
I was actually going to ask, do you do public relations professionals? Do you come to their offices and give us massages?
Any professional, yes, of course. And maybe I can do a trade with you, and
Oh.
while you're sign a waiver, so.
Okay. Wow, pretty interesting. Okay, we got to get the hell out of here. One more tiny one.
I don't know.
Play one note.
Play one note.
See if we can guess the note. Nice. What
No?
was it? Anyone got any
Anybody?
ideas?
No idea.
That's okay. I was kind of vibratoing it. It was a C.
I was going to say C.
Oh, you should have said it.
Pick an easy one for you, know you?
Yeah.
I either go with B or C always.
Really? Stick with C. So, Carissa, thanks for coming. Glad
Thank
you got
you
out of the
so
house.
much.
Very
yes,
nice to
I'm
meet
so
you.
happy to be
Very
here.
interesting.
And I'd love to come back and have someone massage everyone while they're doing the actual podcast.
It's a really good idea.
Smart.
You could have done
Yeah,
that
you can
today,
afford that, right?
actually.
I was trying to think of something that I could bring or give to you guys, but it just dawned on me when I got here. So
Well, don't bring us any moisturizers because nobody wants to be moist, apparently. So don't do that.
But
So thanks. We're going to put a link to your business on our website in case
Yes.
anyone's looking for you, and our site is itsneworleans.com. Sage Rouge, thanks very much. We're going to look. When can we look out for the in-business record?
that'll be
Called
coming out.
Scrotum.
It's actually going to be called something else, probably Adventures in Space. But Scrotum is the name of one of the tunes. We're putting it out probably close to Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
And you can
next
find
Mardi Gras.
that's a
a
great
long,
time.
and you can find
long
the
way.
record I just put out with Johnny Sketch online at johnnysketch.com.
Okay, cool. We'll put a link to that on It's New Orleans.
Can I
very much.
also offer
Yes.
your listeners a discount?
Well, both of them. Ooh. Sure. You can.
If you can't laugh at yourself,
I'm one
how
of
in the
them,
hell are
I
you
was
going to laugh at somebody else? Can I
Really?
get an amen up in
Exactly.
here?
You can offer our listeners a discount for sure. What do they do?
Okay, so if you log on to my Instagram page, which is at the New Orleanian,
I have to write this down. Okay, at the New Orleanian.
and comment
Your Instagram page is.
at the New Orleanian.
Does the Instagram have at as well?
Yes.
Okay, I was
don't
like,
even
oh
know
God,
that.
I hope I'm
I
right.
didn't even know that. I suck at Instagram.
We do have an Instagram page.
So
for
if
it.
you comment,
Well done.
if you
Yes.
comment on my post about the show, just what should it be?
What do you mean?
What should they
Oh,
write?
yes.
Oh,
Here's
uh,
your chance,
comment.
Jack. Come on.
Just
Oh, God. On the
discount.
spot.
Okay, the clock's on here. You realize that, Carissa?
No,
You're already
no
up to
discount.
$10.
Just comment. How about the word moist? Because we talked about that.
Okay,
a
if
lot.
you
Moist.
say moist, I'll
Well
give you
done.
15% off of your
15%.
next
Okay.
service.
Okay.
Awesome.
So let me just make sure I got this right. If you put the word moist in the post,
Yes,
in a comment
comment.
following the post
Yes.
on Instagram,
Yes.
you get 15% off
Yes.
a home visit.
Yes.
This is all looking pretty good now.
No kidding.
You could have someone come over, Jack, while you're watching The Good Wife tonight.
I could.
And give you a
I could.
give you a
Pedicure while you're
pedicure.
watching
A
The Good
pedicure and a
Wife.
massage while I'm
Get a
watching The
pedicure
Good Wife.
massage, 15%
Better
off.
believe it.
There you go.
Even Grayson is almost having a heart attack. He's excited about it as well. Okay, cool. Well, thanks very much. And it's Jack Nestor from Bon Maroc who's been here. And if we can want your services, we can find them at Bon Maroc for how much
Yeah.
of the $50 an hour do you get? Not all of it, I assume. That's going to the company.
It goes around.
So you get some of it. All right. Do you do like off the book stuff as well? No one's listening?
I don't.
He's actually saying he does, but is that right?
I don't.
Don't. Fashion swimsuits, workout and yoga clothes with style, including bikinis, one-piece and cover-ups. Everything you need for beach or the pool is at Basics Swim and Gym, right next to Basics Lingerie on Magazine Street. And also, if you have a hangover, check out Hangover Destroyer, the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. You go to the Hangover Destroyer website, which is hdestroyer.com, and you write happy hour in their coupon code. You'll get 30% off of your first order of Hangover Destroyer. And you too can seize it all. And thank you very much.
We
to
are a
those
good
people.
hangover
you.
destroyer too, because we can give you an amazing massage that'll bring you back.
Aha. All right. Well, that's good to know as well. 15%
Sorry to keep
off.
plugging. I gotta do what I gotta do.
15% off if you go to.
Shameless.
Just call it the moist discount.
What's the name of the Instagram account? I've already forgotten it.
At the New Orleanian.
At the
Come
New
on, it's not
Orleanian.
that hard.
15% off for using
yes,
the word
and our
moist.
website
Okay.
is gettheneworleanian.com. GET, theneworleanian.com.
Okay, gettheneworleanian.com. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
That's Happy Hour. The show is produced
So
by
excited.
Graham DePonte. Our music director is Christian Unruh, and our music producer is Jean Valois. Thomas Walsh is our technical director, and our live feed directors are Asher Griffith and Jace Grayson Jernigan. There they are, right over there. If our theme song was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman, if you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour, sitting around a table drinking cocktails, drop us a line. Our address is on our website, itsneworleans.com. We can also find lots of other hours of Happy Hour that we've made here previously, as well as some other shows we make. Out to Lunch with Peter Raschuti, live from Commander's Palace, True to the Game, with the hilarious Chris True, Midnight Menu Plus One with Mogo Moss and the Man Who Ate New Orleans, Ray Canada, Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tucker, Milo's Music Parlor with Kim Vu, and the podcast about death, simply called Death the Podcast, with psychologist Dr. Arian Alfund. You can also find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and itsbatonrouge.la. You can keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter and a bunch of other time-sucking social media. On all of it, we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our Facebook page. Those photos are taken today by Alison Moon. Special thanks today for help with the production of today's show to April Love Stolf. If you're listening to this show on your favorite podcast app, thank you for subscribing to us. Take a moment, if you like, to rate and review us. That'll help other people find us. Our show is recorded live today at Wayfair on Ferret Street in Uptown New Orleans, where they have a 3-hour happy hour every day and half-price drinks and food during those 3 hours. Also have an awesome brunch on the weekends, by the way. Happy Hour is a production of INO Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. Andrew Duhon will be back here next week along with me. Thank you on behalf of Andrew and everybody here around the table at Wayfair and back at our office at INO Broadcasting. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grant Morris. I'll see you back here next week.